friends don't make for good business, but good business makes good friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get into that, man.
Let's get into it. I was thinking about, when we were talking about it, I thought about some of my closest friends in business, like that I didn't know them before business. And,
Right.
And like legit, like I would die for them.
Wow.
Wow. I would die for them.
I do got friends. I just noticed. I just thought about something. My bad, bro. Go ahead. Finish what you was about to say.
That's it. I mean, there's when I really dissect it, cause I'm a thinker. I'm a thought leader right here, right? Thought leader.
All right.
And I really dissected the elements of each one of those relationships.
Okay.
And what I realized is that there are four things that
we got four
we got
things.
steps now. We got steps.
Let's go.
There's four things that have led to these long-term business relationships.
Okay.
Or business relationships that led to long-term friendships.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you said that. I realized I got friends. Like, it's crazy. I had to, but Deron and Chelsea, man. Yeah. My Amway buddies, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, yeah. But anyway, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So, so you got Deron and Chelsea. I think about, and I think through different things, right? Like, like my OG, right? When I was in my network marketing days, it's Tawana, right? Like, we don't even talk. It's so crazy. I'm one of those people. I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't know. Maybe I got to get better at that piece.
Yeah.
But if we were to talk, it'll be like we never skip the beat.
But you know what? It be those friends from business that like Deron. Me and Deron, we don't talk a lot, man. But when he texts me, it just be like, it be funny because we can just text each other out the blue with like just a weird conversation. But that's what it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because we both out here grinding.
Right.
Everybody grinding.
Everybody grinding.
Yeah.
Everybody grinding. That's real. That goes back to the last lyric, right?
Yeah.
For you last week. But so today, man, I really just want to go through the 4 steps or 4 things that in order to have long-term relationships outside of business, you got to have. And this was really sparked by a interview that I saw with Jerry Jones. Okay. And Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, right?
Yeah.
But it's the biggest sports brand in the world.
Yeah.
And
I did not know that.
Yeah, biggest sports brand in the world.
Okay.
And but he talks about his relationship with players. So maybe we'll play it right here.
Yeah, let's play it.
I think you will see some of the benefits of the Dallas Cowboys. One of the things that I guess I'm the most rewarded by, not proud of, rewarded by, is that I'm partners with many of our ex-players. I'm partners with players that played here 20 and 30 years ago. And we do things together financially. We do things together to get involved in their careers. They're my life. Just like being with anybody 20 years ago, if you had a intense relationship, if you had a great experience, those guys become your buddies. And when they come in and they're a little wounded, buddies help buddies. Or when they come in and got an opportunity, then let old Jerry get involved with you a little way. By the way, those same guys, I can't tell you the time they reached out and helped old Jerry in these last 30.
They swear by you.
When I have been on a knee, and believe it or not, I get on a knee. I do. We all do. Many times, I've stumbled, and I've had help from my ex-players, if you will. So that's what happens when you spend your life together. Now, that is a fact. I'm not personally going to be around forever, but that is a fact. So do I try to share that? Do I not share it, but do I try to talk that when I'm visiting with a player about it's better to be here? There's no state income tax in
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's dope.
Yeah, man. Like, and as an NFL owner, talking about how he created relationships, long-lasting relationships with his players.
Right.
Like, that's a little different, especially when you think about how they talk about owners
Yeah.
in, in professional sports, right?
For sure.
And obviously it's his perspective, right? Like who knows what, I'm sure there's other people that feel the ways, but the people that he's talking about, like and Stephen A, he co-signed it.
Oh,
they
okay.
swear by you.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so,
yeah.
So I think that there's a few things that Jerry Jones did right.
Steps, bro. I love when we have steps.
Yeah, that led to it. So step number 1.
All right, what we got?
Step number 1 is if you want to have long-term relationships outside of people that you started with business with, let's say good friends make for good people. What's that?
Good friends. Well, good friends don't make good business, but good business make good friends.
So if you want to make good friends out of good business, you have to have the same end goal. You have to have the same end goal. That's step number 1.
Yeah.
Because and I think back to the relationships that didn't work.
Right.
That I don't, people that I ain't gonna say I can't stand, but like, 'cause I don't think I really hate anybody or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like, but people that probably don't like me, right? Like, we have different end goals.
Right.
We have you're thinking about things from a comfortability standpoint. When I'm thinking about things from, let's get this executed and get this thing accomplished, standpoint, right? Versus, just got to have that, everybody had that business first mentality. Like, we're going to do what's best for the business.
Right.
Not what's best for me personally.
Right.
The business comes first, if that makes sense.
No, that's true. Because what happened in that instance, when you have the same end goal, it puts you through a struggle process. You know what I mean? And, if you are adapt to go through that process, it's going to bring something out of you. You know what I mean? And if y'all going through that together, man, like, come on, man, when you in the mud together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What they say, we grow together, go together, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, man, it's just really good to go through a process that's going to make you better, and knowing that you have somebody that you can kind of relate with in that same process.
Yeah. If you got people around you, right? Like, even though we might have different goals in terms of like we're on different levels. Like as an owner, let's take the Cowboys for example. As an owner, my goal may be to make Dallas Cowboys the most reputable brand. Right. Like whatever. Right. It may not be necessarily financial, but as a player, my goal might be to make the Hall of Fame. Right. So my goal goes directly into your goal, because if I'm a player and my goal is to make the Hall of Fame, everything I'm doing is making the brand, the brand better, right? And ultimately makes me feel good as an owner, makes me feel good about you,
right? Because
you're bringing championships, you're trying to, whatever, right? So that's the beautiful part about having that same end goal or a similar end goal, to where it's about production.
Yeah, producing together. I like how you said that. Like they have different goals, but the goals align. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe a line, like what is that? Was it goal line? No, it's just I can't even say it right. It's
okay.
Align goals, alignment goals. Goals are in line. I don't know, but step number 2.
What's number 2?
This is what has to happen, or this is what part of it, right? Because obviously in business. Every business makes what?
Money.
Every business makes money. Hopefully we're profitable, right? We're trying to make money as a business, right?
Yeah.
So what you do to get to that matters. And step 2, money reveals your true character.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever been around somebody that like,
nah, for sure,
super shiesty.
Nah, for sure,
they gonna stab you in your back.
Yeah,
they gonna.
I have. Like, and and to be real, man, it's some people out there I intentionally did business with and intentionally gave them money to see. You know what I mean? Hey, you know who he is. I don't rock with you. I don't see phone calls, nothing. But I intentionally give them money to see what
you gonna forgive them,
huh?
You gonna forgive them?
Not forgive them, but I'm not gonna do business with them, man. I mean, if you calling me, that's what you're trying to do.
That's real.
You know what I mean? But I look at what they do with money. You know what I mean? And if they moving sideways, I ain't rocking with you.
Yeah, I never forget, man. And this is, I guess, it's more personal relationship, but like, I loaned money to a family member. It was like $1,000, $2,000 or something.
What?
Like that, right? Like Crazy, right?
Bro.
It's on low money to this day, by the way.
Dang, he messed it up for me.
Missed it. And never paid me back.
Wow.
Never paid me back.
Wow.
And you know, I don't know, it's something about that. Like, just like I could never do business with you.
Right.
I could never do business with you.
Right.
And there's times where like, and I also think like also when it comes to that as well, of like when things start to get a little rocky, and those trials kind of come up, like what do they do? You know, and that kind of leads into a different step. But I think like what somebody's like foundation, right, and what they necessarily believe on how they believe matters when it comes to like character.
That's true. Man, I know so a partner, it's okay. I'm trying not to put them out there, you know, Front Street, man.
Yeah, don't put them out there.
Yeah, but you know,
say the name. Right. Say the name. Tell them not.
So for instance, like I think I just said it. Like when a person have the power to pay you, you feel me? And then it gets to a point where you begin to make more than them, and then they start acting a little strange. You know what I mean? And I look at those things too, because I'm like, oh, so you competing. So ultimately, I'm not trying to compete with you, but you see that I'm making more. Now you feel that, you know, and not only that you're competing, but you try to do things that would cause me to not make any, you know what I mean?
Right.
More. Right. Like the situation I told you earlier. Sorry, y'all have to get the Patreon edition. You know what I mean? You gotta for me to, but yeah, man, like things like that, man, like, or somebody throwing you under the bus to make more, or you know what I mean, like those little things that make themselves look bigger than you. You know, those little things, like I kind of pay attention to that because, like you say, money shows character.
Yep. Yeah. And even in like sales, right? If you're in a sales role,
oh yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
Like, oh, this person, you know, let's say you work in car sales, and you know, you got a customer that came in, you did all this work with them and all that, right? And say you off the next day, and then the customer come back, and then now they sold that car to that person. Right. Like when you did all the foundational work, you just so happen to be out for whatever reason, right? Like that's foul, right? Like, like, you know, somebody that, you know, like you just give me
that happened to us at the furniture store, bro.
Dang.
Well, nah, we had one salesman, man. He helped us, you know, to get like a bed or whatever. So we called him the next day, but he wasn't at work. So we got the guy. He helped us like the dining room seat, but also we needed something else. So we came back on another day, and both of them was there, but we ended up going with the latter guy because he helped us. Like, so I'm looking at the first guy like, what's up, bro? Like, you know, like, my bad, bro. Yeah, what's up?
Dang.
Yeah,
it's tough. Yeah. It's tough, right?
It's a dog eat dog, bro.
Dog. But sometimes some people are okay with that, right?
Yeah.
And so like that person can still be friends with somebody that's okay with that. So just, you got to pick, you know, realize what you're willing and what you're not willing to, you know, call, you know, be okay with. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to character.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah.
So, when we're going to step 3. Okay. But I'm gonna start with the lyric of the week. This lyric comes from Corday. Okay. And
we got some Corday in it. Okay.
Yeah, I got a little Corday. And it goes like, and it says, are your friends real or they bogus? Are they by your side at your lowest? And and it's almost like a double entendre of me using this lyric because shout out to my dog Corday. And so Corday the rapper, right? That's the lyric. But I also got a friend named Corday. His name is Corday, spelled a little differently, right? But that's crazy. And Stephanie, right? Those are my assistant managers when I was
crazy.
When I was coming up, right? And like, they're my dogs. Like to this day, I can, you know, if I needed something or whatever, I can call them. Like we have a text thread, like, you know, like if Drake dropped something, we might, you know, pull a whatever. Like they're my dogs, right? And I'll never forget. And this is kind of, you know, step 3 is, you have to go through some type of trial or controversy with that person before they can be your long-term friend.
That's crazy, bro. I was just pulling up this scripture, man. But go ahead.
Go ahead. I remember, I was coming up, and we had a situation that happened with a particular person, and they stuck by me, right? And they vouched for me, right? And it was always cool before that, right? Like, whatever. But like through that controversy, though, that's what led us to be able to really lock in and rock with each other for life,
right?
You know, or like, I know, me and Tawana in our network marketing days, like we trying to figure out, how to get to our plane had delayed, and we trying to figure out how to get to our destination, right? And so we just, so we're just going through like different trials and tribulations, and getting told no's and like all these different things, right? And like those things create a different type of bond. Yeah. When you have those type of relationships with people, situations with people.
So I wonder why, man. Like going back to the quote, good friends can't make good business, but good business makes good friends. I wonder if because ultimately when we have friends, we don't have any structure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think when we have a business brings structure. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially like even if you have the mindset to start a business or be in business, you kind of already, unless you just shiesty, kind of already have that level of ambition there that you can relate with somebody else. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that makes sense.
And I think it's not necessarily, I think to me, it's more so like, it does provide structure, but the reason why is because like a regular friendship, somebody just, you're meeting off of mutual interest. Yeah. Or, like you have an interest, they have an interest. Right. And it just kind of goes together. Right. But once those interests don't align anymore, then you probably don't, you don't really be friends. That's why you have different, like you have different friends at each level. You have elementary school friends, you have middle school friends, you have high school friends, right? Yeah. And like, so like what business does though, it takes the emotion out of it in a sense of like the interest of, it's not as self-serving as a regular friendship.
I like that. That's a bar.
Yeah, man. Like so, like you have to be able to like understand that, like, wow. Again, no matter what happens, the business comes first. Wow. And I can't be so selfish to do what I feel like is best. Wow. For me, I got to do what's best for the business. Dang. And it does provide that structure like you talked about.
That should be the end of the podcast, bro. I mean, what can we say to that, bro? I think that's it. Nah, go ahead.
Step 4, right? It's the last step. This is the last component, or whatever you want to call it, to having long-term relationships that started from business is work-life integration.
Oh man, didn't we just talk about that?
We just talked about it, right? Okay. Work-life integration. Okay. And actually intentional work-life integration. Okay. So, and this is where, like, as a leader, I have to get better at. Okay. And this is something that I'm actually working on, like, in this year to get better at. Right. Is it takes a level of vulnerability, right? Because when you're leading people as the leader of an organization, right, you have to be vulnerable. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You have to have you have to have like they have to be able to know you outside of just manager.
Because as a leader, you're in the most vulnerable position. Yeah. Because you ain't just working for yourself and for customers. You serving people under you.
Yes.
And 1,000%. Those people can be taking shots, especially you're in a tough spot, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. That's why
But it takes strength to be vulnerable. Yeah.
So because it just can't always be about business. Yeah, it can't always be about work. Right. So what you have to do is you have to be very intentional with making sure, like we talked about on the last pod, like, okay, this event, make sure that you're inviting their family, and their family show up, and their family able to meet your family, and but also like doing things, just like outside of work, having what we used to call like unnecessary conversation, what we just call intimate conversations. Right. You have to have intimate conversations.
Yeah, to know your people.
Yeah. And again, it's not just you sharing, or not just them sharing themselves about you, about them, but you sharing yourself and being vulnerable to them and letting them into your life, so they can understand you bigger than, or you more than just your title.
Right.
I'm like the 5 levels of leadership, right? You got that pinnacle leader.
Yeah.
That pinnacle leader is really just somebody that really, that people know, they like, and they trust.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So you gonna have another barbecue?
Yeah, we need to have another barbecue for sure. Sure.
Yeah, that was fire, bro. That was fire. Nah, man, I realized that like with all my business partners, like you, Mr. P, I think that's the only thing I got now. No, Jarvis.
No, you got a few. You got a few.
We all. I think we all know each other too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
because you integrated it.
We all know each other. It's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Well, yeah, we all know each other, man. But I think we all have a level of, because we family. You know what I mean? And man, Mr. P, like I'm cool with his family. He cool with, because his family work with us too when we go out. And so like it's crazy, bro. Like and you begin to build something. I think you start to see it something bigger than just business, but everybody's aligned, same goals. We all aiming somewhere, you know what I mean, to be somewhere, man. And that's a beautiful thing, bro, especially to be around people like that, you know, man. Yeah, and that's gonna hold you accountable, because you can't BS. Yeah. You feel me? So that's just what it is.
I'm loving these short pods, these like quick to it. I'm loving it. I'm really like, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the viewers feel like, but like, I really enjoy like getting in, getting out.
Back to the JTNS days.
Right, back to the JTNS days.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Anyway, let's recap.
Yeah, what we got?
All right, so if you want to have strong business relationships,
I like these points, bro. Go ahead, man.
That transfer into long-term relationships that outside of business, you have to have 4 components.
Okay. First
component is you have to have the same end goal.
Okay.
Right. And again, as a leader, your end goal may be, bigger picture than the person that you're leading.
Right.
End goal.
Right.
But they have to align.
True.
Right.
True.
Number 2, money always reveals their true character. And you guys have to be equally yoked in a sense on how their character is, right? So again, some people are okay with being a little shiesty. That's real. Some people are, right?
Right.
I'm not one of those people. Some people are okay with people lying to them, right?
Yeah, right.
That's not necessarily so I need to be in alignment with someone that has the same type of character, same things that they're gonna do.
For sure.
With that.
Facts.
Number 3, you have to go through some type of trial or controversy. And this is a big one.
That's gonna make you, bro.
This is the big one, right? Because without that trial or controversy, you don't know if this person is really in it for you or really rock with you versus rock what you can do for them. Right. So that trial and that controversy, them being able to have your back throughout, and you have their back, throughout certain things. Right. You have to have that type of relationship. Right. And number 4, the last component of building long-term relationships outside of just business is intimacy and work-life integration, or intentional work-life integration, and building intimacy through conversations, build intimacy through events, different, just living life.
That barbecue was nice.
Go ahead. Was nice.
Sorry,
right?
My bad. Go ahead.
Just living life, man. So those are the 4 components.
Man, I'm looking forward to having a barbecue one day with my peoples, man. We just got a house.
Yeah, we might well just pull up. Let's go ahead and set it. Let's go ahead and set the date on it.
You know what I mean?
Sure, we all pulling up.
Yeah, or the parking. But hey, we'll figure it out.
We'll Uber.
Anyway, man. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Bro, I'm loving it. Short, quick.
Short and sweet,
get out of here, man. Make sure y'all get that What Am I Doing Right journal, man. What am I doing? WRITE right. It's a wholeness journal, man. We're talking about your mental, your spiritual, your physical. It's a wholeness journal, man. You hold you accountable too. But make sure y'all get that on Amazon. It's out right now. And be sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell, man. Let's get this pod out of here. We out.
All right.
Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about him. Going hard for the game, showing.